Brad, we always talk about performances in pre-season and staying positive. Not an awful lot you can probably take from tonight in comparison to what you could have got from Didcot game.
No, there is. There is. Just what's pre-season's about, Chaz. And we don't like losing football matches, of course we don't. Said to you, didn't I? Performance is the most important thing. It's not the result, it's the performance. What's a bit frustrating about today, we just lacked belief in what we were trying to do. So we had training yesterday and trying to work on a bit, and we just looked lacklustre today. You're going to go through spells in games. I said to the boys, you're going to go through spells in games where long spells of it you're going to be losing, or but don't go through the motions. This is a lovely surface. A competitive side. Like I said, Richard Kay's got a great side here for step 6. He had a great side at Southam as well. So I knew this is going to be a tough test for us. And they're good at what they do. So a bit like Saturday, you couldn't notice the difference between us and Didcot in terms of levels. And I don't think you noticed the difference here today either. We you wouldn't have known that we was a step 5 side. So, but look, mate, it's not time to be deflated about it. Just a bit more frustrated about how we just a bit lacklustre at times. That's all. But that's what pre-season's about. We've got a whole new group, Chaz. So
We spoke before the match, and you spoke about how it was going to be a tough test. You knew it was going to be a challenge. What made it different to Didcot in terms of the challenge that you were faced with tonight?
I think we just got caught in a battle too much. I think I won't say we just lowered our standards to theirs. I just think we got caught in a battle too much, and we became too predictable, mate. Against Didcot, what we did well. We worked hard today, but I mean, we had better quality on the ball. We looked after it. I think today we've given the ball away every third pass. So again, it happens. People are getting used to each other's games and stuff. So Chaz, I'm a manager that likes to keep the ball, so I don't really like it when we don't have it. But it's a work in progress, mate. It's I'm just a bit annoyed about how lacklustre it was. That's all.
You speak about lacklustre. There was quite a few moments in Saturday's game where there was good passing patterns, etc. Maybe less of those tonight. Is that come down to naiveness?
No, I think it's just the group getting to know each other, mate. Yeah. Again, it's obviously players that didn't play on Saturday that played today. We tried, two different formations on Saturday, and then we stuck with the same 1-1 game today. So it's people getting used to each other's games and trusting each other in certain situations and movement off the ball and partnerships. Football's all about partnerships, So it's a bit of that, really, I say.
Another tough test Saturday now. Probably one of the harder oppositions we'll face in pre-season. What do you make of Saturday?
Just typically, you got your hardest test and got a lot of people missing. So again, that's what pre-season's about, isn't it? You
have to adapt at times, though.
Hey?
Have to adapt at times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like we're a brilliant side. They can do both sides of the game. They can play football. They can play ugly. They're a brilliant side, mate. So it'd be a great test for us. But again, it's what you need pre-season, isn't it? You don't want to play easy games pre-season. All these things put us in good stead. Like I said, I knew tonight was going to be a good test for us. The lads seem a bit deflated for losing, but it's not about that. It's the performance. What I would say is the keeper. How many worldies did he make, by the way? It's not like we haven't created chances, mate. We've come off from a game of 90 minutes. Keeper's made about 3 or 4 worldies. So, there's positives to take, but at the same time, we have to just build on that and then take it into Saturday, mate.